This video is sponsored by Squarespace. With Squarespace, you can turn any idea into a reality. The Wheel of Time TV show. It came out and some people liked it. Anyway, I'm gonna make a fade. Okay, so I'm gonna cut up and use this previously beheaded stormtrooper. First off, I need to cut away the butt bundle and fanny packs. Looks like the whole belt comes off with that. Fine by me. Hip holster. No thank you. No guns in Wheel of Time until, yeah, it's fantasy, so no guns ever. A few more fanny packs, and then, I can't believe this, I have to trim mold lines? What kind of quality is this? Alright, now this horseman without a head requires a noggin. Also, there will be no horse. You boys know how fast you were going? I tried to split open this retro G.I. Joe before realizing I can just pop that head right out. Perfect. Okay, the neck needs a little help, and this chapeau is not fit for the Westlands. I prune all of that back, giving the ultimate 5 head, and then brush the remaining hair. With the rest of the hat cut away, I polish up the dome in the Shino Ballo. Fades don't have eyes, cause they're eyeless, duh, so I have to give him some Spackle LASIK. Now set that aside so we can make a sword. Fades use a Thakandar blade, which is kinda pretty dangerous. It looks slightly like a katana, so I used the most Japanese material I could find. Starbucks stir sticks. I used this scented candle to forge the plastic before quenching in human blood. Oh, okay, I'm being told that this is just water. Ugh. Okay, so straight away we're gonna not go for that authentic Shio Ghoul craftsmanship. Whatever, man. I clip the shaped blade, and once confirming that it is too thin, I clip a second piece to give it a bit of height. I weld these pieces together with some super glue, and my fingers too. Once that's set, I begin honing the blade by sanding and scraping it down. And sanding it again. And scraping it again. Schwing! Ooh, look, eczema. With a rounded file, I ground out the heel? The choil? I have no idea. The roundish part at the back of the blade. Ooh, nice. Look at that tang. For the crossguard, I trim down the narrow end of some stir sticks. I clip these at an angle so that I can attach them at an angle, and so that they'll be kind of pointy. Then I take the little round bit to make a pommel. Can you tell I'm just looking at a diagram of a sword? Super glue all that stuff on, and then I just go ham with the baking soda. I don't know what kind of plastic this is, so it's better to be safe than sorry. I'm all about that good adhesion. Look how much grinding I'm doing. You can tell I spend way too much time watching blacksmith and metalworking videos. I would love to learn blacksmithing, but I'm about as useless as TV show Perrin, so I'm just going to learn how to make a website instead. Oh, hey Squarespace. Didn't notice you over there. Turns out it's a pretty simple task to make a nifty website using Squarespace. Here, check this out. I'll just push this button and build my own page. Pick some categories, and then it provides hundreds of awesome free templates. Oh, I almost went with this one. Okay, now modifying the template is easy. Look, now the videos on this page will automatically be epic. Hey, if you get stuck, you can watch this good-looking dude teach you about the tools. Sorry I don't have merch, so I need to hide this section. But hey, that's just my page. Don't let that stop you. Heck, you could add 3 merch pages to your site. Beyond merch, this is really just a solid way to set up a web presence and display your work in a sweet gallery. If you have a small business, you can easily set up pages to sell products or services, and it even has inventory management. Oh, and the best part is you can try this all for free. When you're ready to launch your site, head to squarespace.com/scratchbashing to get started and receive a 10% discount. With sufficient grinding achieved, I fatten out the very slim pommel with some annoying little rhinestone stickers. Next, it's time to wind and bind. I wrap the grip with the finest thread I could find, dab some PVA on to lock it in, and I think, yeah, let's spackle it. Spackle it up, and then I guess I probably sanded it again. I'm obsessed. Time to armor up this ex-trooper. First, I need to clear out and obscure some of the sci-fi detailing around the torso. A combination of bad magic trick sawing and aggressive carving gets the job done nicely. Let's see the Abtronic trim a waist like that. I slice up some cardboard, which will be the foundation for armor panels. I super glue those on, starting with the knees. The toes need a longer and more dangerous look. The thin part of a stir stick glued under the boot will give me something to shape and work off of. Later. And now some gauntlets, starting off with the back of the hand. I thought I might be able to get a kind of chainmail look to the inner parts of the armor by layering in some drywall tape. I think the result is okay. It's kind of like the TV show. You might not like it, but at least you might know what I was going for. Leave a comment if you like or didn't like the show. Myrddraal are sometimes described as moving in a serpentine fashion, so I thought it would be fitting to have some overlapping scales of plate armor on the torso. More plates now to armor up those quads, then more Starbucks plastic to build up this codpiece. These cute little shin diamonds go on, and then the spackle comes out in force. I just slather it on. I don't care. I treat it like I'm a television writer working on the Wheel of Time. I do whatever I want. The best part is, at least some people will like it. Including me. I like the TV show, okay? You dang white cloaks. Looks like I got some goop on the sword. Better sand it down. At least there's no heron mark. Okay, time to shape the armor using a file, knife, clippers, etc. The cardboard base here gives the framework and borders to the final form. Same goes for the reinforcing plastic toe spike, with the added strength that really lets me torque away on these foot pads. And the spiky toes inflict maximum damage when the roads attack.
That's not how roads work.
After another round of spackle and then more filing, I'm finally shaping the wrist. I know, I made this problem for myself by re-spackling, and now I'm choosing to spend 2 or 3 episodes on stuff that isn't even in the book. I mean, I'm spending a few extra minutes to make sure the armor shape comes out right. I only have to detail the right hand since the left will be obscured by a cloak. More cardboard slicing to lay in the foundation of the breastplate. I just keep working with some mirrored cardboard shapes until I had a cool looking form. Now that waist and crotch zone really need to be tuned up. I make a bit of a belt, then this metal plate loincloth thing with cardboard diamonds. Then I back that with a few strands of drywall tape to make like a chainmail dangler. Guess what? Spackle. Guess what? Shaping the spackle. Ooh, actually this thigh shave was kind of satisfying, so I can't be too critical. I mean, I'm never critical. The TV show is actually kind of good. More cardboard shapes and some coffee stick plastic to add a bit more interest to these shoulders and shins. Spackle, shape, etc. I chip and flake away some of the plates to give an aged and battered look to it. Okay, finally done with this spackling. Now I come in with a Mod Podge soup sponge bath to cure and strengthen all the previous work. Kinda like I hope season 2 will. I sand a jar lid while I'm thinking about all my favorite moments from the show. Okay, done with that, let's poke some holes in to pin the model to and offer some purchase for the various basing materials to adhere to. And here they are now. Glue and sand and baking soda, just my normal stuff for a gritty gravel base. Super glue some bigger rock chunks and then seal it all together with isopropyl alcohol spray and PVA soup. I stick that noggin on and yeah, he's got a nose. And they don't in the show. But they don't not have a nose in the books, and maybe I prefer the books, A fade definitely needs that signature hood and cloak drip. I don't trust myself to sculpt anything as fine and thin as fabric, so I use this twist tie to get a firm, crisp edge. Once we have this cute little bonnet, I continue on making the rest of the cloak edge with twist ties. Then I attach this steel wire cloak armature, or cloacature. This is either the smartest or dumbest decision I've ever made, but I kinda just make the whole cloak from hot glue, and then I paint it black. You know what, this paint job is pretty straightforward, so I'll add the Patreon or Paintreon credits now. Thanks, Paintrons, for your continued support. Start with silver on the metal to make it metal, and then a black wash to bring out all the detail. Then some rusty effects, then back to dry brushing some metallics, then a bit more black and brown wash. By joining Patreon, you will be contributing to the success of the channel. Some light tones on the face to prepare for that perfect pasty flaky pastry flesh, then a white ink to highlight, a reddish brown glaze, and finally re-highlighted in white. Patrons also get sneak peeks and ad-free previews. The cloak is bad and I hate it, so I'll just exit the painting level and resurface it with Milliput. Much better. Now repaint it black. Patrons get lifetime access to our Discord. Randomly splotch wet paint onto the base, and then once that's dry, pick out a few rock details in a lighter tone. Next is several passes of black and blue wash for some color variation, and finally, a nice even dry brush. Again, that's patreon.com/scratchbashing. And with that, the Myrddraal is ready to pop out of a dark corner and convince you that it's just better to give yourself over to the shadow. Or maybe he brought 12 friends to make a bit of a stronger argument. Thank you for watching, liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing. Wow, thank you. You know what, buddy? I'll see you in the next epic build video.